Yeah, I went early because I'm going to try to get Facebook figured out. So,
Deuces.
Scotty's already in.
Hey, Scotty. Good morning, buddy.
Hola.
Yeah, I'm checking Facebook to make sure that it's on. Says we're good. Edit post, edit privacy. Public. Save. Just now. And Rusty, it says we're live on my thing.
Okay, we check.
Charlie's in. Good morning, Charlie. Happy Easter, my friends. Happy Easter. So, I was kind of like trying to figure out what we were going to do today or whatever, and
It is very hot.
It's more hot in here than it typically is, Pop. I feel like I'm melting.
well, I don't know. Oops. I got the fan running. Maybe that's part of it.
The fan's supposed to make it cool.
I don't know. But anyway. So, Bear Cave looks dark this morning. Do I need to
Yes.
turn that light back on? Well, I guess when I was
Yes.
looking at the lighting, there, is that better?
Yes.
When I was looking at the lighting, I had the garage door open, so that probably was part of it. But, so, was it on?
Yep.
It was live? Okay, let's see if I get any comments. Okay. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now I got Facebook brought up on my phone so I can watch it. So her shirt is buttoned up wrong.
I know. We're not talking about it.
I hadn't even noticed.
There's another button right here, and it's not. I don't care. My outfit's better than yours right now, Scotty.
Whoa! He wears the Hawaiian shorts instead of shirts. He wears Hawaiian shorts on his days off. You gotta move the skillet. Yeah. Boom. Charlie likes the flames. So we got the Scotty gazer out right there. We're gonna make some tilapia. I was watching the Big Lou barbecue last night, and he had made the comment.
My chef is arrived late.
Yep, he had made the video that he was doing tilapia, the Jesus fish, and it got in. I had done a discussion with my F3 group about the types of fish that were prominent in the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus was, like around that area, because the story of where he tells them to cast the net to the other side, and then they do, and they pull in the fish 150, and it was stretching the net and about to break the net. So it got me thinking, what kind of fish were they?
And it doesn't say in the Bible the species of the fish.
Right.
But the tilapia was the most common species in those waters at that time. So it's actually thought of that the tilapia is the actual fish. Also, there's another fish called a John Dory. And the only reason I remember that, I mean, I was a kid, not cool, but church. But whenever the movie Finding Nemo came out, and they named that other fish Dory, that brought all those memories back to my head. But he was I don't know if he's a sailor, explorer. I mean, he was a sea captain, and they named this fish after him. So that's where it got the name. But it's also considered St. Peter's fish, a possibility, because on both sides of the fish there's a black spot, and those black spots are supposedly Peter's fingerprints. Whenever he reached down and picked up the fish, his fingers put a fingerprint on both sides of the fish.
Yep.
And so, that's also considered, one of the possibilities of being Peter's fish. From whenever I was a kid, and that memory was just totally blown out of my mind until the movie Finding Nemo came out, and I heard the name Dory again.
Yep. And so I like that. I went and I did some digging because I'm curious like that. And there was 3 prominent species that were fished commercially and were edible. There are 100 and some odd species in the Sea of Galilee, but only 10 were fished commercially. The 3 most popular was tilapia. Then there was a version of a carp, and then sardines. So the sardines obviously were, packed in oil and kept. And I think that is the fish that was used when the boy had his lunch and they fed the 5,000. I think it was the sardines because it was easily put into your lunchbox. That's how they were transported and kept, was they were packed in oil and
So
and kept. Yeah.
Do you
So
want tilapia?
yeah. Fix a couple. We got tacos. Peggy, you also got your Easter eggs over here to break up. We'll make egg salad.
Okay. Well, if only you and I want tilapia, I'm only going to make 2 tilapia.
Okay.
If only you and I want tilapia.
Okay. Scotty says John Dory is a great tasting fish, and it was walleye. Yep. So what I found was here is.
Am I making it in here?
No, that's the egg salad. Yeah. So the kids wanted to dye eggs, so we dyed some eggs, and now Pay's gonna do what you do with eggs, and you save some for hard boiled, and then you.
Is this by you?
Yes, and then you make egg salad out of the rest. So here's a little thing on the sardine. So as you can see, it's a small one, and it was preserved and pickled by pickling, and I mean that was just something that they had to keep for lunches and for quick snacks and stuff like that. So that's where I think that when he fed the 5,000 that they used the boys' lunch, that's what they used. I could be wrong, probably am, but it's okay. This other slide here is the tilapia, commonly known as the St. Peter's fish. And you can see it's kind of like the size of a brim, bluegill. They're not big enough for 150 of them to break your net, unless you've got a small net. So I think this is more towards what he was grilling on the beach. So, could be wrong. Could be wrong, and that's okay. And then here's another slide of the bini, the barbels, which is a species of the carp family, because of their barbs on the backs. And you guys know how carp are, how big they are. That's what I think. They get up to about 15 pounds. And that's what I think was in the parable where they throw your net over here and they lift it up and 150 are breaking their nets. Because 150 times 15 is quite a bit. I don't know how much that is. Any mathematicians?
I got some phone-maticians.
Well, that's fine. So on Facebook, I've got Devin Nielsen. How you doing, brother? He's another F3 brother. And Holly, how are you doing, my dear? Great pictures of the boy.
Hey,
See, you can't just say Holly and then not give us a.
Yeah, I know. So 150 times 10
It's 1,500.
would be 1,500. So now add half of that.
That's hot.
150 to 2250.
22. So you're trying to pick up 2,000 pounds worth of fish. I believe that's what that was, because that makes sense to me. So that's just a little history. So the new fad is dying. Whoa. Oh, dying taters. Yeah, I had heard that that BS about the taters when they were talking about the eggs being
the price
too
of eggs.
cost. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a new fad. That was what they were making. There's nobody actually doing that.
We have
Some
smelt.
people that would
kind of
try it just for a video.
Yeah. We have smelt here, kind of like a sardine. Absolutely. And it doesn't specify that it is a sardine. It's just those are the general umbrella of that species, the smaller fish that they can pickle. And so that was a deep dive I went on into the types of fish that was most prominent, commercially fished out of the Sea of Galilee. Did that come out right?
It did.
Because that was a lot of words really fast. But so when I watched Big Lou Barbecue last night, he did the Jesus fish, and he threw out a couple of his thoughts on why tilapia was a Jesus fish and all that. And I mean, it's got possibilities that it could be every fish he made, or quadrupled, or whatever, that it could be the same one. But it just furthered my deep dive into what was going on. Bless you.
Thank you.
So we have get rid of these now. Remove from studio. So actually heading back to college today.
yeah.
So you blessed us with your sourdough starter.
Yes.
You brought. What's the name for it now?
See, I still haven't come up with a name.
Bartholomew.
Bread
Bartholomew was the third.
Bread Tholomew.
See, that's good. I don't ever want to hear nothing, but I'm not funny. That was funny. Okay, Dad.
Okay. So she brought her sourdough starter, and she made pancakes. What, the first day or second day?
First, I think.
Yeah, the sourdough pancakes, and look what those were, delicious. But then you started going crazy. You were talking about these the other day, and you started going crazy. So tell us.
What's your name?
Yeah, about. Oh, it's not gonna do it. Gosh dang it. Did that come up right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It came up.
But it's not on.
That's
It's not on the
just-
share
when
screen.
you double click on it, all you did was open the picture on the computer.
Yes, come up on the share screen. I don't know why.
You have it transferred into the right folder.
Oh, probably not.
That's why.
All right, let me work on that. So, Pay, why don't you tell them what it is you did?
I made a loaf of buffalo chicken. Part of it was supposed to go to Tam because she was asking for them. Well, it didn't make it through the night.
Was it burnt or something?
Oh, no, it was gone.
Which one? The buffalo chicken?
Yeah.
Which is right there.
Yeah. So that got eaten first night.
Pretty quickly. That was really good.
Yeah.
And then you have these two.
So one on that has pink in it, that is white chocolate raspberry. That was suggested by Noel. And I made that. And then the other one is s'mores. Did that. Again, they were both gone within the day.
So here's the inside of the white chocolate raspberry.
Burn yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Rita, how are you doing? She's chiming in
Hi,
on
Aunt Rita.
Facebook. I see y'all are watching.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And then
Try and do what they do.
present. Here is the inside of the s'mores. Schmoes. I think I have a better.
Actually, burn it in like.
Yep,
inside
there's a
pan.
better picture. I don't know how to zoom in right there, but y'all get it. Let's see. Let's get rid of
Hey, one piece of chocolate? It's a boy cube.
Okay, so there's the s'mores. Now, Cub, you really wanted the white raspberry white chocolate.
White chocolate raspberry.
So, what did you think?
It was okay.
it
It was very mushy and like.
was
Oh,
mushy.
you can still hear me?
Yeah, it's from
Oh.
the fresh berries.
My
Yep.
fault.
It was
I
mushy,
I
but
liked it.
because
a
of
lot
the fresh.
people use like dry.
Yep.
I use fresh personally. But
Okay. And then now we have the inside of the buffalo chicken. And let me tell you what, that one was really good. That one probably was my favorite.
yeah.
I tried to call Diabetes and tell them I wasn't coming in this weekend, but I got no response. So yeah. So what else? What were your thoughts on all the others, Cub?
What other things I made?
The other sourdoughs.
I didn't like the s'mores, but I liked the buffalo chicken.
Okay. I really like the buffalo chicken, like especially after it got kind of not so much. Yeah.
I know.
After it kind of
You're not cooking. You stay away.
after it cooled down, it sat for a little while. It just got better and better
Cracking the
and better.
asparagus for you?
No. Part of those supposed to be hard boiled.
Yeah, I'm taking the shells off. They're still hard boiled if the
Yeah.
shells off.
All of them are hard boiled.
We're gonna make deviled eggs or something out of them. I don't know. Slice them up for whatever. So anyway, so how's the fish coming? Because y'all ain't messed with that pan in a minute.
I have. Don't even.
Ooh.
Don't play.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
That's what the cool kids say. Clock it.
Yep. Okay.
The clock is right there.
Yeah.
So now we're off. And
Clock it means like I know that's right. Or like, yeah, pretty much.
So Peg, do you want to explain how you made the buffalo chicken? Because my man James, if he ever comes in, would be interested in this.
Okay. So all I did was just buy rotisserie chicken, just a pound of it, because I didn't have any on hand that was already cooked. Made sure it was shredded up, and then add Frank's Red Hot. You can use any buffalo sauce.
Frank's is the best though.
I used like the Great Value, and my roommates really like that one too. And then you get mozzarella cheese. When you're doing it, you go out into a rectangle, and then put a layer of cheese, a layer of chicken, fold it into a third, like fold a third over, more chicken, more cheese, fold the other third, more chicken, more cheese, and then you roll it up and then make it into a circle.
Okay. So what about these two? Same thing?
Same thing.
Hey, Pete,
Yeah, you gotta chop those.
I know.
Yeah.
can you slide your thing off, please?
No eggshells, please.
I'm gonna have next show.
I
Yeah.
know,
same
I'm getting
thing.
picky. So same thing. Now, how would you do these differently?
Probably use frozen fruit instead of fresh, and then add puree into it.
Add a puree.
Into so instead of water, I'll use the puree, make it a little thicker. And then the s'mores, I really don't think I need them.
So here you can see the layers where she tried to get the layers in there, where you had the base and then the center, then you put your stuff in it, and then you fold it over, and then you put your stuff in it, and you fold it over. Yeah. I'm glad you're going home, going back to, because you're taking this with you.
Only for 2 weeks.
Yeah. That gives me 2 weeks to get my A1C down a little bit. Because this was a meal, let me tell you. I mean, we just cut a few slices and walk away, come back, cut a slice, walk away. It just, you kept grazing on it. It was pretty darn good. I wasn't a big fan of the s'mores. But that was, I'm glad you made it though. It was tasty. So, there we go. So, Cub, what do you got going on now?
Rice.
So you have what kind of rice?
90-second microwave rice.
Uncle Ben's 90-second rice. You like the rice with your fish?
Well, I think if I'm eating fish, ideally, I'm going to have rice and a glass of wine.
Cool.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Like
Hypothetically.
sparkling grape juice?
Sure.
So, okay. So she'd already nuked it, and now she's just reheating.
No, I wanted to get the flavor of the butter and the...
Oh, that's a good idea. Get all the fond off the bottom. That's a good idea.
See? I'm smart.
Yeah. And Pay, you're still whipping hard over there.
See? 2 + 2
So
is 4.
are all of our mixing bowls were dirty because Cub baked yesterday?
Okay, I made grape salad.
Yeah, I love grape salad.
But I made it differently than I do typically. Because I didn't get regular... I don't like red grapes. So I don't get them. I do 2 things of green grapes. But I got the crunchy grapes. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
So just so anybody who doesn't know, it takes 3 pounds of... It
2
calls
pounds.
for 2 pounds?
Yes.
Of grapes. So you usually get a pound of green and a pound of red, and then you mix them together.
But I get crunchy grapes, so they have a harder like outer shell to give you that factor.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do like I used Reese Pieces and Reese cups.
They were together in a bag.
Yes. And then I wanted to try caramel balls.
Horrible.
So it's caramel like in a little bowl. And I don't think I like those in grape salad, but I'm still gonna eat it. But then I had to look at the ratio because there's too much grapes and cream cheese filling from the Reese's and the whatchamacallit. So I finessed some of Peyton's white chocolate and dark chocolate chips so that it's in there. So it looks colorful, looks disgusting, but it's pretty tasty.
Okay. So all of our mixing bowls are dirty, and that's why Pay's using our Magnolite pot to make egg salad. And what all you got in there, Pay?
Cut up 3 pickles.
Because we don't have sweet relish.
No. I put
That
some
was a bum.
mayo.
And that is the way we do ours always. We always take pickles and cut them because we don't, for some reason, we don't like relish.
Oh man.
And I mean, and it doesn't make any sense to me because pickle relish. All it is cut up pickles.
Yeah.
But we don't like it. But we like regular pickles, and we cut them up ourselves. Then I looked at the ingredients, and there's a whole lot more stuff in pickle relish than just pickles.
Right.
So whatever those other things just do not taste good to us. So we cannot eat pickle relish at our house. We always take pickles and we cut them up ourselves, and we have cut up pickles.
Okay.
But Teresa made the deviled eggs last night for our family's Easter dinner today, and she sat there at the kitchen table with a knife and the pickles, and she diced up all the pickles.
Yep.
Because we don't eat pickle relish.
I'm not a fan of dill pickles.
We love them.
But so
It's also Pickle's favorite holiday. 420.
I get it. So what else you got in there?
Guava mayo, couple squirts of Blue Hog.
Blues Hog mustard, barbecue sauce. If you've never tried it in there, try it. It just, to me, it elevates it. But you have to be careful because you want just enough to where it doesn't overpower. And you have to have enough to where it knocks, it's just like a background note to the sweetness of the Duke's mayo. So it's all, Charlie says he's no dirty hippie.
Yeah, you are.
He showers.
He can shower and participate in 420.
So on Facebook, my man Devin is watching. So in this, I'm leading the group this coming Friday morning for discussion, and because it's Easter time and it's the crucifixion and the rising, I went on a little, I don't know, scavenger hunt's a good thing. Because I don't know, whenever you get the depiction of when he's getting nailed to the cross, what kind of nails do you think of?
Railroad spikes.
Yep.
That's what I think of.
So I always thought of railroad spikes. So this is one that I walked one Friday morning. I walked the railroad tracks and picked up, I think I picked up 9 because for demonstration purposes. I ran them through a vinegar bath just for a couple hours, gave them a light scrub, just pull some of the loose crud off because I don't think they used brand new ones. They probably used the crappiest ones they had.
Took them out of previous crosses and just reuse them.
Right. So I just gave them a light coat of red, to symbolize the blood. And then I clear coat them. So I don't know why, just because make it shiny. I don't know.
I see.
But yep. So then I ended up going back. Here's another picture of the first set I did. And I ended up going back this Friday to a different railroad track. And I'm talking within about 50 yards, I had another dozen. And I mean, I probably had a dozen. And I mean, all it is the tracks when they flex because the train rolls on it, they lift the spikes. And then at the end, when they fly out, they pop out about, I don't know, a foot to 18 inches away from the track. So you're not taking them from the tracks. The tracks are giving them up to you. So I did this, and to me that's kind of more symbolizing what went into his hands and his feet. So I got a whole little thing written up that we're going to talk about on this Friday.
Delicious.
So sorry, Cub.
Delicious.
Move. Okay, get closer.
I am.
So we'll be talking about that this week. Oh, that does look good. Yep, stop right there. Yeah. Okay.
I would've
Hey,
been
you
so
can
sad.
slice up some lettuce and use my taco holder and make a couple tacos. Thank you, baby. Leprechaun, what's going on? Happy Easter, buddy.
What up, Lep? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, I know. He's been doing his live stream.
He bowls really good.
But yeah, he's been doing his lives. It comes on about bedtime. So those are a couple things I got going on this week. If you've never walked the railroad tracks, kind of do it. It's you got to be careful because the gravel or the rocks are really slippery.
Really loose.
But know when the trains are coming. Don't play on the tracks, but just walk along the side there. You see all kinds of interesting stuff. It's kind of I almost find it kind of peaceful. I don't know why.
Whenever I was a kid, the church we went to was Church of God on Cedar Street, and it's right across the railroad tracks. In downtown. I mean, I know trying to explain it where they are, or where it is to them watching is going to be hard. But we would walk the tracks right there by that church, and we would pick up railroad spikes and stuff. But we would also take quarters, nickels, dimes, and stuff, and lay them on the track so that whenever the trains run by, they were smashed super thin, and we would take a nail or something and let's just sneak our daddy's drill and put a hole in it, and we'd make necklaces out of them.
Yeah.
And bracelets out of them. And we always thought that was the neatest thing, seeing a quarter smashed, micro thin and stretched out.
Yeah.
Looked like a silly putty to do with the comics. And you pull it out and you stretch the comics.
Yeah.
That's what the quarters look like.
Yeah. Wow. So let's bring this back to cooking. I mean, this is the time to I don't know. Try not to get all religious, but I mean, it is a big part of who I am and what we are.
I'm changing the subject to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, so WrestleMania was.
Let me.
They still do that?
Yes, and I watched it last night. I watched the 4 hours of it last night.
It's not pay-per-view anymore.
Tonight is the 4 hours where it's John Cena's last WrestleMania. But that shows New Day won, the War Warriors lost, Jade won versus Naomi.
That was a
LA Knight lost against Jacob Batum, and then El Gran Americano wins, and Rick Phoenix lost. Okay, right. So then let's just get into the damn.
Well, wait. Before you get to that, you got to specify you don't watch wrestling.
See,
at
I
all.
recognize like two of those names you just said.
Like Monday Night Raw, Thursday night SmackDown, or Friday night, whatever it is. You don't watch any of those.
Ew, that looks nasty.
Oh, you put egg salad in there?
That's what you told me to do.
Okay, no, I want a
The
tilapia fish taco, but it's okay.
Fish. Just
Yeah,
make it.
fine.
Just make it a lettuce, fish,
one-
and egg.
It's a breakfast salad.
One egg salad and one tilapia.
That's what I'm doing.
That's fine.
Uno tilapia.
I spent
Um,
a whole life making egg salad, and then he just tries to switch up.
Well, we were making egg salad as kind of like a side kind of
Okay,
thing.
anyways, back
But
to
anyway,
WrestleMania.
so yeah, you don't watch wrestling
No.
on a regular. So for you to say, Dad, I want to watch WrestleMania, I was like, well, I'm not paying for it. And she said, no, it's on paper, or it's on
It's on
Peacock. So we turned it on and watched it.
He means I.
I watched some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it brought back some good memories of being younger, about your age, and watching wrestling and being a part of having people over and chilling.
So, anyways,
yeah, go on with your story. I'm sorry.
this man fell asleep. Dad, you fell asleep at 10 o'clock. I was so mad.
Yeah, I went to bed. Tony Smith, what's going on, buddy?
I literally walked into their room and I said, Dad. And I shut the door. The main event last night was Seth Rollins, CM Punk,
Never heard of either of them.
and then Roman Reigns.
I have heard that name.
Okay,
CM Punk's been around for a long time.
so
I have too.
Early 2000. Well, I'd say
2010.
mid mid 2000s, like
I
2005.
the rain guy.
Roman Reigns, yeah.
Yeah. CM Punk started after The Rock and
See, Pickles
After
even
the-
said happy 420.
after
No,
Rock
that
and
was left.
I do remember
Stone Cold, like after that generation left.
Stone Cold. He's the guy that smashed cans together,
Yeah.
right?
Steve
Okay.
Austin.
Yep, Steve Austin. So CM Punk came in after those guys left, after that
The
generation.
Devil's Milk.
I don't know anything after that. Those guys,
Yep.
I guess.
Did they cook already? Yeah, they whipped it out pretty good, man. Kay made some egg salad in the pot. There's our tacos. She shows you the dinosaur's butt.
So that they can see.
Yep. And then Cub made tilapia, and then refried her rice to pick up all the fond and the flavors out of the Scotty Gazer.
Anyways, so
CM Punk is the one that retired from UFC.
That tried UFC. I think so, yeah.
There's been a few of them that have come from UFC to WWE.
Well, no, he tried to do UFC. He was already
After,
WWE.
yeah.
They couldn't cut it.
Yeah.
So they went back, I guess.
Brock Lesnar did
I'd
that
say
too.
Brock Lesnar was
He
a
came
beast.
He came from He came from UFC to WWE, went back, got his butt kicked, and then came back to WWF.
He came from some college football team. And
Yeah.
then he was supposedly going pro, and I don't know how, but that huge monster couldn't make it pro, and then went to wrestling, then UFC, then back to wrestling
Yeah.
again. I mean, but that man is he's a freak of nature. He's just huge. Like that guy what's the guy? Big Papa Pump. He had muscles on top of his muscles. That's the way Brock Lesnar's built.
may I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Sorry, Cub. We keep interrupting.
I know. So,
When I was in it,
Peyton.
go.
Well, shut up. So, the guy, what's his face?
CM Punk.
No,
Roman Reigns.
no, it's not one of the wrestlers. It's the other guy.
The announcer.
Peyton, I'm gonna snap.
McMahon.
Yes.
So Vince McMahon had retired, and now you can tell your story.
Thank you. He was best friends, or they announced that he was best friends with CM Punk, right?
Excuse me, what's it? McMahon? I thought
Wrestling-
McMahon owned it.
He
How
did,
did
but
he retire from owning? He sold his company.
supposedly he was going to be out of the. He was stepping back, so he wasn't making all the decisions, and wasn't, as hands on as what he was. So he was stepping back to kind of retire.
Okay.
Quotes. But anyway, and he wasn't going to be on TV anymore. Whoa.
I hate you so much. Anyways,
Okay, Cub, go ahead.
so McMahon was going to be best.
But then he comes
Yeah, I know. So,
Oh, you used a dirty spatula.
it's the closest one to me.
Okay.
No.
Go.
So, McMahon was to be best friends with CM Punk, right? Right. So, CM Punk and Seth Rollins, they ended up out the ring. Paid if you put me with that mustache across face.
Slow down.
So,
CM Punk,
CM Punk was best friends with McMahon, right?
right.
Okay. When CM Punk left WWE, he said he wanted to be in a WrestleMania. Right?
Right.
Right. McMahon said, yeah, we'll see about that. Okay. So during the match, right, CM Punk has Seth Rollins, and they're outside the ring. They're in the crowd. They're doing a little hoopity hoop. And then they get to the other side where they can get back into the ring. Here comes Roman Reigns,
flying squirrel jump both of them.
Flying squirrel jump.
That was really cool. Then, yeah, so like towards the end of the match, right. So somehow they're all down, right? McMahon is acting like he cares. He don't really care. He just wants paycheck. McMahon grabs the chair, like the black foldable chair, and hands it because Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were in a trio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Rollins hit Roman with the chair and the trio, right? Okay, cool. So McMahon handed the chair to CM Punk. When CM Punk got up to hit the other guy, McMahon grabbed his balls and twisted them. Okay, that had to hurt. That one falls. So then he hands the chair to Roman Reigns. Does the same thing. Grabbed his balls, twisted them. He fell down too. Handed it to Seth Rollins, which should not have happened because Seth Rollins should not have been a McMahon guy, but now he is. So Seth Rollins ended up winning the match, and now for the next 2.5 years, it's all gonna be about a story about Seth Rollins and McMahon. Yippee!
And you
Did
don't
you-
like wrestling.
Did y'all get that? Because I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on the flying jump squirrel.
He went
Yeah,
like this.
The flying squirrel. Yeah,
Belly flop.
if you watch Seth Rollins, he does do like a flying squirrel
I
thing.
might
It's kind
have
of
a
funny.
video of it.
So Scotty, I see you're on Facebook and on the YouTube. How's the audio? We're playing with but a different mic system. So
And then hopefully, if you kick me, and I'll have Peacock on my cellular device. So if me and Mom aren't back by the time it starts tonight, I'll just watch it.
So what's tonight? It's a not WrestleMania, but it's a
Mud Mania.
it's what?
Oh no, Mud Mania was yesterday.
So is tonight the main event or what?
No. WrestleMania is 8 hours long total.
Tilapia and rice with egg salad tacos.
Yeah. So James, we broke out the Scotty Gazer, and Cub made a couple of tilapia fillets. She could keep making tilapia because now we got to cook that whole bag. But she made some tilapia fillets. Then she threw in some 90-minute rice that she'd already heated up to pull up all the fond off the bottom, and that's in her bowl. And then Pei whipped up some egg salad in the Magnolite using the hard-boiled eggs that they did yesterday or Friday. And then she made me a couple tacos, one with tilapia and one with egg salad. And do not show the dinosaur's butt.
Whoa.
No, Cub, can you show the dinosaur?
Not the butt.
Not the butt. And she shows the butt. There's the tail.
If you tell me not to, I'm good.
Well, show a side view, please. As she drops stuff everywhere. All
I
right.
dropped a slice of lettuce.
Okay. So yeah, they whipped it out really quick today.
No, because WrestleMania is 8 hours long, but so they split it up between Saturday and Sunday. So tonight is John Cena. He goes on, and I low-key want him to win.
Yeah.
Because I want him to be in the.
I do remember that name.
I don't remember, but I want him to be in his old
Is John Cena the one that took his hand and went
Yeah,
in front of
he's
his
like,
face?
you can't see me. I want that. I want that again.
I remember that.
And he left WWE for movies.
Right.
And then he wrestled a couple times after he did 2 movies, and then he said, "I'm done." He left completely to do movies, and then he came back.
But
And you said the Undertaker's back.
yes,
That is mind blowing. I didn't see that,
because you felt
but the Undertaker.
What do you expect?
him to stay
I
up.
was in bed by 9.
I was halfway asleep at 10.
I
And then
was-
started.
Well, our brisket flat didn't get done resting until about 9.
I was
So
half
we
asleep
quickly
at
did a taste
3:40
test
in
and
the
then put it away and
Gosh, I
went to
got
bed.
said, what happened?
But
Did you say taco with a Spanish accent? Did I?
I don't know.
I don't think
You mean
so.
some tacos?
But,
Tacos?
Taco
yeah,
with a Spanish El Taco.
They did. They did.
Dinner.
They gave everyone their like Hall of Fame rings, right? Right. So, the Undertaker was there. Triple H was there with his wife.
Triple H.
I used to think Triple H was Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
That's
What
what
is it?
I thought. That's what it was initially, and then they changed it. He changed it.
No, he was never Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It was
Something Hulk Hogan.
no.
No, Hulk Hogan's a completely different person.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I thought that Triple H was Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
No.
No, Triple H. We'd have to look up Google his name.
But I'm excited to watch the end of WrestleMania.
Also, crazy thing happened last night. I was, messing it up on the PS5. I was playing Brawlhalla, kicking some butt, getting my butt kicked a lot.
Brawlhalla
It's a
It's a
game.
game?
It's kind of like Street Fighter,
okay.
kind of. So I was playing that with Jordan and his buddies, and I got a good couple hits in. I got the third. I got the third place
Oh, sorry.
out of 4 for the first time. I got the third, and I didn't let him hear the end of it.
So Triple H is the acronym. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The acronym for his full name, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
That's one heck of a name.
Yes. So that is what Triple H is for. And I knew that like before brain surgery. Because he came out with the Heartbreak Kid. And
Oh, that's the same guy?
no, he came out with like alongside.
Oh, his partner. Okay.
Yep. And the other guy,
Now, why would you look into it?
Rad Dog, something like that.
Throw away.
With the Degeneration X. They're the ones that did the Suck It cross. Or X, whatever. So that was really. But now he's married to Stephanie McMahon, part owner. I think the last wrestle I saw was, I think it was Undertaker. Sherman Helmsley was great. Yeah. Charlie says Make-A-Wish. Apparently he's done more than anyone. I did hear that John Cena's been very
John Cena's
very active in that Make-A-Wish and giving back. But I follow DDP on Instagram, and
that's Diamond Dallas Page.
Yep,
Right? I remember that name.
so
He does
he's
some like yoga or something now, right?
supposedly it's phenomenal. Supposedly it is.
I've seen videos of some amazing changes. On people.
Yep. I listened to he was in Charlotte several years ago, and he was with a guy who was a comedian that just started working with DDP doing the yoga program. And this guy had dropped like 50 pounds in no time and was feeling better. Like they changed his whole diet, done his whole exercise stuff, and like just doing the yoga. And he had Jake the Snake Roberts on there as another testimonial. And Jake's like, I could barely get out of bed. I hurt so bad. But through doing the yoga, he goes, it's kind of like P90X. You start and you go at your own pace. You do what you can. If you can't do the full exercise, you modify it as necessary. And Jake was like, this was phenomenal for me. Now I'm up moving around. He goes, I can't get back in the ring, but I can get up and do stuff without pain. So I've actually thought about trying to get it. I got to convince myself the money's worth it. It's like P90X was another one that was along the same lines, but it's like $100. George Jefferson, what? He was good too.
Jefferson.
Moving on up, Leona Helmsley was not great.
Okay, anyways. So the guy that sings Wait For It in Hamilton is coming back to the touring Broadway show.
Leslie.
Leslie.
Oh, something or other Jr.
Yeah, he's coming back.
What's up, Daddy Dutch? Yeah, we're doing some. We're about done here. The kids are done. They whipped out dinner and.
No, put me some egg salad on the plate, please. Let me taste it.
They made some egg salad out of some colored hard-boiled eggs, and then that's what's in the pot there. And then Cub made some tilapia.
Peyton, I'm gonna hit you with the egg faster than brush.
Nothing like keto and WWE to start off an Easter morning. You're right, buddy.
Peyton,
Just living my life.
Peyton,
I'm living my life.
So if you've ever seen the guy Matt Troyce, he does keto and wrestling channel, and he'll probably go live today if he's home because he does it around his work schedule. He goes live and he'll have the TV on that he's watching of the WrestleMania or wrestling or whatever, and he's talking about it while he's interacting with
are
the
you
chat.
calling me an idiot?
So you can't see what's going on. You can barely hear it, but you kind of hear his take on it and whatever the chat's talking about. So it's kind of a neat little deal.
Well, he probably can't show it through audio because of copyright.
Right. And you can't video it because
You should.
copyright. So, but he has it on and he's watching it and you see the chat rolling and they're talking about it and other things too. So okay. So
Put the extinguisher in that hose.
Daddy Dutch says Happy Easter, Charlie. Yep. Yeah, man, these are things that are important to us.
Peyton, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
So now that you ate the egg salad, what are your thoughts? Since that's the taste test part.
The Blues Hog really pops out because I've never used that into it. We just use regular French yellow mustard. It does have a little vinegary taste. Other than that, it's almost exactly like what we make at the house. It's a little bit, I think there's a little bit more mayonnaise or something. It's a little bit more liquidy, but also if this got put back up in the refrigerator, I'm sure that would all set up just fine.
Mhm.
It's probably just liquidy just because it's fresh.
Okay.
But it's really good.
Okay, well, good.
So wait.
I ain't
Good.
saying nothing. Like, if
So-
you kick me, I'm gonna stab you.
So, kids, don't make me come over there.
Dad, she's kicking me.
Stop touching me!
Yeah, no
Would you
kids.
stop touching me?
So you guys
When she's almost 20.
talk about your morning already, girls.
All right.
I beat their butt in an Easter egg hunt.
So we woke up, Easter egg hunted.
Even sitting in the chair, the guy trips. He about fell out the chair.
That was in slow mo
I
too.
sat on half of the chair and it started to go.
Holy crap!
That
Yes.
says
The guy can fall out of a chair.
So we Easter egg hunted. I found a good bit.
I found all
And then.
So why did we do an Easter egg hunt?
because of Jordan.
Because the best human in the whole wide world, he asked for one.
I did not.
I said he,
I didn't
not
either.
me.
Yeah,
Oh, that
I
was
am
smooth.
the best human. He is he.
He is him. Okay.
I hate
So-
that.
I
Yeah.
asked, or he had said he wanted one, and so Mom and Pop made it happen, and we did an Easter egg hunt, and we got all of them first run around, which was very different from the last couple. We've always left a few.
So we found out that
So,
the boy hasn't done a lot of the family traditions that we do, and so he's like, I've not done an Easter egg hunt.
not in a long time.
So he's done them, but he hasn't done one in a long time, and he wanted to be a part of an Easter egg hunt with just him and the girls. Okay, so we dyed eggs, and then Mama got all kinds of stuff to do an egg hunt. So, what's up, Stephen and Jacqueline?
What kind of Easter egg dye did y'all use? Did y'all use the generic Pez Not Paz, P-A-S.
We got even more generic. We went to the dollar store.
Okay.
We were at Dollar Tree, and they had the kit for like a couple bucks.
The funny thing about the Easter egg downing kits, whenever I was in high school, I was in the band. I was a leader and everything else. And whenever we had new 10th graders rise up, our freshmen, we would always play practical jokes on them at band camp. One of my practical jokes that I always did was, because I knew how to pick locks, when they were all out on the field at rehearsal, I would sneak back into our dorm because we always went to Erskine College in Due West, South Carolina, and did our band camps there for a week. So we stayed in college dorms. Well, I knew how to pick locks, so I got into all the freshmen's classes or rooms, went to their showers, unscrewed the shower head, took those little Paz Easter egg dye tablets, stuck them in the shower head, and screwed them back up. And so whenever they all took their showers, we could just tell which ones were the freshmen just because of the colors stained on their skin.
That is not a practical. That is
that's funny.
Diabolical.
We would go underneath their beds. We would go up to the local gas stations and buy, because they always had sardines. We would buy cans of sardines, open them up, and stick them underneath their beds. And I mean, we had a lot of fun. They're just mischievous fun. We never hurt or broke or stole anything.
Yeah.
But that was one of the practical jokes, using those Easter egg tablets to dye the freshmen.
Yeah. Easter baskets. Pop and Mama got one this year. Well,
yeah.
It was a little Easter basket, but
ones we didn't even pick out for ourselves.
No.
That's even better.
I got some candies and then some new bath stuff and some socks and a lotto ticket, some candy.
You said that twice.
I got a lot of candy. But yeah, what'd you get?
Same thing as you.
Yeah, the Easter Bunny was boring.
Pop, what'd you get?
Puzzles, word search.
And the coloring book too.
Yeah, it's a coloring book also. Slim Jim, that's Dr. Pepper flavored. So, I know we didn't get in. We're getting close on time, but we didn't get to talk about the cooks. But yesterday, I did a brisket flat. Let me just say that, brisket flat, and I used the Blackstone steak black seasoning. It's salty, but I didn't think it was too bad. And then we used a Dr. Pepper blackberry soda, and that actually turned out really good. I was kind of surprised, but it was really good. I wouldn't want it like a lot of it, but it was pretty good. Mean asked if I got her anything for Easter. Gave her a chocolate bunny she didn't eat that's been sitting there for at least a year. Hey, now's the time. Tomorrow you can go get Peeps and make her the Peeps Rice Krispie treats.
Those are good.
Yep, I just did that. I typed that up the other day on for the book that Paige asked me to write.
We have asked you to write a book for years.
I know, but the book you want me to write is the Book of Lee.
Yes,
that
I
is
want him to write down like
all the mischievous things that have made me what I am.
All the criminal action he's taken.
Well,
it's not criminal if you don't.
He never got arrested for it.
Yeah, it's not criminal if you don't get caught.
You can get arrested for it, but as long as the charges don't stick, you're not criminal.
I never got arrested. Many times I should have. A couple times I even asked to be arrested, but that's a long story.
Let's not say that in public.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But anyway,
they were like, nah, bro. You can go home.
So.
Nah, bro, I know your mom.
Many times I'd rather go to jail than go to my mom and dad.
Right, I don't want to go back home. Lock me up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go see Quinny this weekend. Well, this week I leave Wednesday.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, you did. I told you.
No.
Yeah, I did.
What do you mean by I leave Wednesday? You're just going to see her Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be back on.
She's staying a couple nights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be back Sunday morning for the live.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
They can't be barking their horn at me. I'm in the parking spot.
So anyway, so
we're gonna go to the aquarium, and we're gonna go see the new Minecraft movie, and we're gonna go see the movie Shiners with Michael B. Jordan in it.
Michael Jordan's making movies now?
Michael B. Jordan, yeah. He's in.
Oh,
I think it's like Sinners.
it's some dude. Yeah.
But
no,
she
it's not
was
the
the
Michael
No,
Jordan.
no.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out.
No,
When
no.
Michael Jordan.
No.
started making
It's
movies?
not Air
different.
Jordan. No,
Okay.
no, it's some other dude.
But he wants to see it. Well, Courtney wants to see it, and her best friend Justine, Jacian,
Justine or Justin? Wait.
Justine.
Juscion.
Just Scion.
I don't know.
Josiah wants to go see it. So me, Courtney, and Josiah are gonna go see it.
Anyway,
Justine.
I
call
don't
him
get all
John.
these.
It's
Crazy.
funny that Minecraft movie. All of the critics rated that movie so bad. They said it's a waste of money. Don't waste your money. Don't go see it. Blah blah blah. But all of the people that have gone and see it have got completely opposite reviews of the professionals. They're saying it was great. It brought back memories of our childhood. We really enjoyed it. It's one of those, seeing the movie critics, how all the movie critics gave that really, really crappy scores.
Well, I
But
think the critics are 40 and above, where the people that are watching it and reviewing it are 30 and below.
Well, like they gave the movie Hereditary high reviews. Said it was the best movie there was seen. That was lame. That movie was boring. You were yawning in that movie.
I get to go to Dollar Tree today. Woo!
Yeah, pay likes a good Dollar Tree.
It's actually $1.25
let's not talk
now.
about it.
It's about to be $1.75.
I know.
Talking about that.
It's gonna cost
Did
you
you see
$5 for two
Dollar-
items.
The Dollar Tree went up to $125, and now they're going up to $175 on May the 17th or something.
It's all the tariffs. But
So, but I'm gonna get some cleaning supplies, a couple household things, so I don't have to go back out.
If you need cleaning supplies, just go raid Nolan's bedroom.
No,
She's got
I
millions
don't-
of dollars for
She
cleaning
don't
supplies.
want my cleaning
I don't
supplies.
want that stuff because I don't want it to smell like anything personally. Like here's my thing.
I have a
like-
plain one.
But that's also like I can get more out of the Dollar Tree than I can get out of your room. Like price to.
If
like,
you hate me,
open.
just say that.
So
I'm trying to help you save money.
Nolan, I'll use your cleaning supplies, baby.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna go there, get a couple things, some household stuff, drinks. After I raid the fridge in here.
dang it.
Because
Like I had to go to Sam's Club because I knew she was coming back.
I don't buy soda. I don't buy much of anything.
So now I'm going to have to go to
at
Sam's
school.
Club this week because she's going to take every dang thing out of the freezer.
I'm not
refrigerator.
gonna take everything. I'm just gonna take like 14 sodas. So it'll
And there's
last me
only
2 weeks.
15 in there.
So then I just might as well take the whole box.
All right, well, let's get out of here. We've rambled enough. I think we've covered just about everything, but
Oh, I go to a dentist on Tuesday to get my braces tightened.
I go to class tomorrow.
I go to work tomorrow.
anyway,
No,
so see y'all. Girls,
I don't.
Charlie says Steven says see y'all. Stay beautiful, people, and have a great Easter. Absolutely, my friend.
Thank you. You as well.
Y'all remember what today's for? That it's not about Easter baskets and
It's for the Lord.
and candy.
For the lot.
For the Lord. He is risen.
Yep.
Almighty thee.
Yep, it's all about what he's done for us, and
Peyton, stop touching me.
yep. Thank you, Peter.
Huh.
I'm sure Peter gets the bad rap out of all the disciples. You notice that? He's the one that we can relate to the most.
He don't have as bad a rap as Judas, though.
Well, that's true.
I made my slipper.
That's true. So, all right, well, send us out of here,
Alrighty.
Cubs.
There.
What up?
She's
There.
wanting to spit it out in her mouth.
We go.
No,
There's only 2 rules of cooking.
that's not what I'm trying to do. There.
is
Only.
2 rules of cooking. I hope you guys had fun. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on.
You guys
are
also.
We'll
See you guys next week.
Have a great week, guys.
Bye.
And to quote my man Keto Mike,
Be safe out there.
be safe out there.